Ever feel like you're talking to a wall? You've asked your child 3 times to pick up their toys, and somehow, it's like they can't hear you at all. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Today, I'm sharing 5 proven ways to get your child to listen fast, without raising your voice. These are practical, parent-tested strategies that really work. And don't skip number 4. It's the tip that could completely transform how your child listens. But before we dive in, I've shared a free emotional regulation guide worksheet in the description. It helps both you and your child manage big emotions calmly, so listening becomes easier and yelling becomes unnecessary. Make sure you grab it before you forget. Alright, are you ready? Let's dive in. Number 1 is something most parents overlook, but once you apply it, your child starts responding almost immediately. It's called connect to correct. So what does it really mean to connect with your child? You might think it's complicated, but it's not. Connection simply means building trust and safety, so your child feels seen, heard, and understood. And guess what? One of the simplest ways to build that connection is just by playing with your child. Whether it's pretend play, board games, or puzzles, the key is to join them in what they enjoy doing. That's where connection starts. Now I know what you're thinking. But I'm busy. I don't have hours every day. It's not about the length of time, but the quality of your presence. Just 20 minutes a day, doing what your child loves, with your full attention, can make a huge difference. No phones. No distraction. Just connection. But if you're always scrolling through your phone and they're always watching cartoons, when does connection even happen? That's why it's so important to limit screen time, especially yours. Your child needs to feel like they matter more than your notifications. Then, while connecting with your child, practice active listening. When your child speaks, pause. Put the phone down, look them in the eye, and really listen. The truth is, when a child feels heard and understood, they're far more likely to listen when you speak. And the more connected they feel, the more they'll actually listen, without you needing to yell. The key question is, do you want your children, or even your grandchildren, to grow up carrying your family values? If your answer is yes, then don't skip this connection part. Think about it. You can't influence someone you're not connected to. So starting today, set aside just 20 minutes of screen-free time to really connect with your child. Now that you've laid that foundation of connection, it's time for the next step. And trust me, this one is a big deal. Number 2, pause before discipline. Have you ever reacted so quickly to your child's behavior? Maybe with yelling or even a slap, only to regret it moments later? What if I told you that a simple pause, just for 5 seconds, could change everything? Let's say you've asked your child to pack up his toys. Once, twice, 3 times, and he's still ignoring you. You're just about to shout, "Pick up those toys or I'm throwing them out." But what if you paused, took a deep breath and asked yourself, is there a better way to handle this, without shouting, without beating, and without carrying guilt afterward? Now how does this pause help? That simple pause gives you a moment to think clearly. In that tiny gap, you can choose a calmer and wiser way to discipline your child, without saying or doing something you'll regret later. And here's the powerful part. When your child sees calm instead of anger, their brain stays open instead of going into defense mode. They feel safer, more connected, and more willing to cooperate. So the next time you feel the heat rising, pause. That pause. It's not a weakness. It's your secret weapon. But here's the thing most parents don't know. The pause only works if you know what sets you off. It only works when you can spot your triggers and notice that wave of anger or frustration before it explodes. And you know what? Triggers look different for every parent. Maybe your trigger is when your child talks back with an attitude, or screams no, in public, or keep doing the same thing after you've corrected them 10 times. Maybe it's when they hit a sibling, interrupt you while you're working, or throw a tantrum at the worst possible moment. Is it when they lie about something small, forget their house chores, or make you late again? All of these everyday trigger moments can push even the calmest parent to their limit. But when you know your triggers early, you can pause sooner. That pause helps you stay one step ahead of your emotions, so you respond calmly instead of reacting out of frustration. Understanding your triggers can change everything. That's why I've put together a free emotional regulation worksheet to help you. Identify your biggest triggers. Learn simple ways to stay calm and discipline the right way during tough parenting moments. Go grab it. The link is right in the description. Now, let's say you've already used that pause. You stayed calm. You didn't yell this time. Huge win. But if you stop there, your child doesn't actually learn what to do instead. That's why number 3 is so important. Teach, model, and practice skills. The truth is, if we don't intentionally teach our children a better way, they'll keep repeating the same behavior. Not because they're bad, but because they don't yet know what to do instead. There are 6 essential skills every child needs to listen better, manage their emotions, and behave appropriately. If you want to learn what those 6 skills are and how to teach them effectively, watch the full video linked in the description below. Now you might be wondering, what do I do when my child still doesn't follow through, even after I've taught the skills? You're not alone. This is the moment where most parents get frustrated, start yelling, or begin threatening. But there's a better way. Teaching the skill? That's only half the puzzle. The second half is how you respond when your child still doesn't follow through. That's where number 4 comes in. And it's the tip that can truly transform how your child listens. Number 4. Set positive consequences, the kind that teach, not punish. The right consequence isn't meant to make your child feel bad for getting it wrong. Instead, it's meant to guide them toward getting it right. Positive consequences give your child another chance to practice the skill. This time with your support, not shame. And when children feel supported rather than punished, they're far more likely to learn, cooperate, and do better next time. Also, while giving consequences, remember, it's not just what you say that matters, it's how you say it. When you explain what's going to happen next, say it like a prediction, not a threat. So here's what to keep in mind while giving out consequences. Speak calmly, use a warm, loving tone. Raise your eyebrows just a little but keep a gentle smile on your face. Why? Your child needs to feel safe, even while being corrected. Safety keeps their brain open to learning, so they actually listen. For example, instead of sounding like a threat, you can say it like this. If you keep throwing the toys, I'll need to put them away for a little while. Calm, kind, and clear. Not like this. If you throw that one more time, I swear I'm taking everything. Angry and scary. Did you hear the difference? One sounds like guidance. The other sounds like anger. Children respond to guidance, not fear. And here's the thing. When kids know the rules and the consequences, they're much more likely to follow through. So don't be unpredictable. Let your child know what's expected every single time. When they can predict the consequences of their actions, they feel safe, secure, and more willing to cooperate. Another tip. When you're giving a consequence and want to make sure your child is really listening, and that it actually sticks, ask for eye contact. But not in a forceful way. Do it gently and with connection. You might say, "Can you look at me for a second? I just want to make sure you hear me." Because the goal isn't to scare your child into obedience, it's to guide them toward better choices next time. If you really want your child to listen for the first time, then number 5 is non-negotiable. 5. Be consistent. When you set a boundary or give a consequence, follow through every single time. If you say the toys go away when they're scattered around, make it to actually go away. No empty threats, no sudden changes. When you say what will happen, and actually do it, your child starts to listen. Not out of fear, but because they trust your words. That's what real consistency looks like. And the more consistent you are, the more your child learns. When my parents say something, they mean it. So remember this. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. If you found this video helpful so far, I'd really appreciate it if you tap the like button, so it can reach more parents who would benefit from it. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any helpful videos. In the next video, I'll be revealing 5 hidden ways yelling affects your child. The truth is, most parents don't even realize how much long-term impact it can have. Click right here to watch it now and learn how to protect your child while guiding them calmly.